Morning, yo. Hmm. This is well, let's meditate. Hmm. Real underlying instruction here is to relate to experience in a way that such a way that nothing needs to change and nothing needs to stay the same. Nothing needs to change, including not needing to change the organic change processes that arise moment to moment through your body mind. And nothing needs to stay the same, but you can welcome the organic process by which your body mind stabilizes itself. Really here, orienting to naturalness. It's not about disciplining your body. It's not about making your mind be a particular way. It's not about being any more or less aware of any particular things. So you can just let your body breathe the way it wants to breathe. What if you trust that it's already orienting to the most naturally nourishing or pleasant way of breathing? Your breathing doesn't need to be particularly deep. It's okay if it could be judged as shallow, if that's what feels good to your system. And welcome movement, remembering that stillness is a form of movement and movement is a form of stillness. Sometimes rocking back and forth is what brings me into that sense of stillness. And sometimes sitting still does that. Sometimes my hands or legs or fingers want to shake and fidget. What if there was no right or wrong in those things? What if throughout this practice you let go of righting and wronging without needing to police out that notion of righting and wronging? You can simply notice where you're in a holding pattern and then let go of noticing, let go of the story that anything in particular is happening at all and just keep letting it unfold. Keep letting this organic life unfold. Much the way you can let your body move the way it wants to move, you can let your mind move the way it wants to move. You don't need to observe it. You can trust your awareness as being exactly as aware as it can be. Remembering that this is all practice, really ways of getting to know this human experience that are hopefully beneficial. So allow the signals in your body, mind, and spirit to tell you whether something feels uncomfortable. If something feels uncomfortable, whether it feels like healthy challenge versus something that's painful and causing potential injury. And if it's the latter, stop and do something else. Letting your body make sounds if it wants to make sounds. Yawns, sighs, burps, farts. Letting your body be a body. Sometimes we've so internalized um, norms of politeness that will cover and shorten our yawns even when we're alone, as if we're being rude to somebody who's not here. And that's actually a practice that's pretty fun to do. You can give yourself 15 minutes or shorter and just start yawning. Oh. Continue to reorient to yawning for that set of time and notice what it does to your system, what giving your body permission 5, 10, 15 minutes of yawning can do, especially in a world where we police that. We police our bodily functions for the sake of momentary discomforts and social norms. That doesn't mean we need to go and immediately change all social norms, but well, what's it like to actually give yourself permission to be fully organically human while you might be sitting alone somewhere or going for a walk or wherever you find yourself. Let this all be practice. Let this all be experiment. Nothing needs to change and nothing needs to stay the same. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. And just continual orientation to the most naturally nourishing way of being, a sense of natural okayness that's accessible. It tends to be more accessible the less you fight with experience. And at least for me and for the work I've done with clients over the years, practicing with friends, practicing with teachers, this sort of way of relating to experience, nothing needs to change and nothing needs to stay the same, seems to allow okayness to show up more regularly. Just continually welcoming whatever is happening exactly as it is, without trying to keep it exactly as it is, not worrying about conceptualizing or capturing what this is moment to moment. Letting your body move the way it wants to move, breathe the way it wants to breathe, letting awareness be aware in the way it wants to be aware. And when you notice that you're getting caught up in something, well, let the noticing happen and let the noticing fall away. In fact, that's likely what's already happening. Then again, the further I go, the more I'm the the further I go, the less I know. So rather than trying to force present moment connectedness, trusting your natural connectedness. I want to say to reveal itself, but even that say it feels like saying too much. Trusting that your natural connectedness is already here. Look at that. Your senses are already as fully alive as they can be. You're already fully connected to this life. Welcome that gently. It can be helpful to orient to that which already feels pleasant in your experience, not trying to grasp for positive feelings, but instead, from this place of sobriety, noticing what's already okay. Trusting your senses, including treating thought and emotions as senses, really noticing the textures of those things. Trusting your senses to reveal what's already good. And when you notice things that feel difficult, hold them with as much goodness and grace as you can, which really just comes down to being gentle with all of it, being gentle with the good and being gentle with the difficult. I, of course, can't guarantee that practice will always feel good because you won't always feel good. Life includes plenty of pain. I have pain right now. I have pain every day. It's part of the human experience. My brain kind of hurts. My spinal cord feels the way it usually does. That's kind of the most prominent thing with the chronic illness I experience. And yet, with practice and compassion, there's joy here. There's pleasantness without particular cause. So you can orient to what feels naturally good. And if you notice a story about what that is or how it got there, that's okay. But practice letting the story be less primary than the texture and the feeling. You can kind of play with this. The way I'm practicing with it recently is surrendering to how pleasantness reveals itself. Sometimes we have internalized beliefs. We might not have a lot of, uh, we might have a lot of things that get in the way of us allowing ourselves to feel joy. Either there's internalized voices that tell us there's something wrong with that, or when we experience it, we try to capture it, hold on to it. But it seems when you surrender to it, it's as abundant as it can be. Sometimes being in touch with that abundance is easier than others. Believe me, sometimes it's very hard to touch into. That's part of this life. Mm. Again, just allowing your body to breathe the way it wants to breathe, to move the way it wants to move, to sound the way it wants to sound. Allowing your mind to move the way it wants to, allowing your emotions to move the way they want to. And if at any point anything feels overwhelming, it's a good sign to stop. Allow your body mind to find its way to what feels most naturally supportive. And if that's this video, if that's me at the moment, cool. If it's not, well, I won't take it personally. There's uh, there's joy here. I'm happy to share practice, and I hope this finds you well. I hope even if my instructions don't resonate super deeply, they help you to sort of triangulate towards that which is most in service of you and the beings around you, human and non-human alike. And if you're interested in going deeper, you can find my information below. Take good care of yourselves and the people around you. And see you next time.